In the early 70s, one voice captured the sound of heartbreak, elegant, powerful, and unforgettable. She sang of love, loss, and loneliness, and with one song became a global sensation. But behind the glamour and the gold records was a woman fighting for her place in the industry that often forgot the very voices it built. From jazz clubs in Detroit to the top of the pop charts, her journey was one of resilience, reinvention, and quiet strength. She wasn't just a singer, she was a survivor of an era that celebrated soul, but didn't always protect the soul singers. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Freda Payne. Now, if you guys love my videos and love supporting me, then I suggest you become a member of the channel where I will be releasing exclusive videos just for you all. Be sure to get that family tier so you won't miss out on these exclusive perks. Now, before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more content. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro. Born on September 19, 1942 in Detroit, Michigan, a city bursting with sound, rhythm, and hope. From the very start, music was in her blood. She grew up surrounded by gospel and jazz, idolizing greats like Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, and Billie Holiday. Freda didn't just want to sing, she wanted to tell stories through her voice. In her teens, she performed in Detroit clubs, quickly gaining attention for her silky yet powerful, fragile yet commanding. Her voice could fill a room, but it could also break your heart. Payne's own musical career took off shortly after, when she began singing radio advertisement jingles, attracting the attention of numerous music industry giants. As Motown rose, Detroit became the center of black music, and Freda Payne was right there in the middle of it. She recorded early singles, modeled, and performed on television, but her career didn't fit the Motown mold. Her voice was jazz-infused, mature, and sophisticated. And while the pop soul formula worked for others, Freda's artistry demanded something different. So she went on her way, performing with Duke Ellington's band, working in New York, and recording albums that critics praised, even if radio didn't play them. For years, Freda Payne was one of the best voices you would ever hear. By 1969, Freda's career seemed uncertain. Then fate introduced her to a new songwriting team, Holland, Dozier and Holland, the legendary trio behind Motown's biggest hits. They had left Motown to start their own label, and they was looking for a voice, strong, elegant, and emotional. They found it in Freda Payne. Released in 1970, Band of Gold became a phenomenon, topping the charts in the US and the UK, selling millions, and turning Freda into an international star. The song's story of a woman left alone on her wedding night resonated deeply with listeners. Freda's delivery was pure emotion, haunting, graceful, and unforgettable. Band of Gold wasn't just a hit, it was a statement. And for a brief shining moment, Freda Payne was everywhere. But success came with a price. Despite her voice, her vision, Freda soon faced the same struggle that haunted many black female artists of her era: creative control. At her label, her image was polished. Her songs were selected for radio appeal, But Freda wanted more. She wanted to explore jazz again, to sing songs that reflected her truth. She released protest songs like Bring the Boys Home, which was a bold anti-Vietnam War anthem that resonated with audiences, and in the process, the song was banned on some stations. Freda wasn't afraid to speak her mind, even when it cost her airplay. As disco rose and the music industry shifted, Freda found herself caught between eras. Too soulful for pop and too jazzy for funk. But through it all, she never stopped singing. In the decades that followed, Freda Payne reinvented herself as a stage performer, actress, and television host. She appeared on Broadway, performed for presidents, and continued recording jazz and soul albums well into the new millennium. She shared stages with legends she once idolized, such as Ella Fitzgerald, Aretha Franklin, and Nancy Wilson, all while holding her own every single time. Although the spotlight dimmed, her artistry never did. Freda's story is one of endurance proof that true talent never fades, even when the fame does. Payne was married to American singer Gregory Abbott from 1976 to 1979. Payne and Abbott have a son together named Gregory Abbott Jr., who shares birthdays with his mother. Payne later was in a relationship with Edmund Silvers, the lead vocalist of the Silvers from 1979 to January of 1983. In 2017, Payne was inducted into the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. Payne received a Lifetime Achievement and Legacy Award for the Women's Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2023. Today, Freda Payne stands as one of the most underrated vocalists in soul history. Her influence echoes through generations from neo soul to modern R&B, even if her name isn't always remembered. Band of Gold still plays on radio stations worldwide, but her story is much deeper than that single hit. It's about perseverance, passion, and dignity. Freda Payne's voice was never lost. It was timeless. And in every note, she reminds us that gold never really fades. Now, before we go, I have a question for you all. What is your favorite song by Freda Payne?